Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got this green shaded quadrilateral fully confined in a blue rectangle ABCD, as you can see in this given diagram, such that this angle ECF is represented by X, and likewise this angle BCF is X as well. And moreover, this segment AF equal to this segment FB, and furthermore this segment AE is 9 units, whereas this segment ED is 7 units. And now our task is to calculate the area of this green shaded region. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe, and please keep in mind that this figure may not be 100% true to the scale. Let's go ahead and get started, and here's our very first step. We know this segment AF equal to this segment FB. If I label this segment lowercase a, then this segment has got to be lowercase a as well. Then this side CD is going to be A plus A is going to give us 2 times A, and moreover we know this whole side AD is going to be 9 plus 7 is going to give us 16 units. So therefore this BC length has got to be 16 units as well. And now let's make an observation. We can see that this green shaded region area is going to be equal to the area of the blue rectangle minus the area of the triangle CDE and minus the triangle FBC area as well. And here we can see this whole area is going to be the area of this blue rectangle ABCD, and this triangle CDE area, and then we are talking about this triangle FBC area as well. So therefore now our task is to find the value of this blue rectangle area, the area of the triangle CDE, and the triangle FBC area as well. And now let's go ahead and calculate the area of this blue rectangle ABCD. And now let's recall the area of rectangle formula. Area is always equal to length times the width. And here our dimensions for this rectangles are 16 and 2 times A. So therefore blue rectangle area is going to be 16 times 2A, and if we multiply we're gonna get 32 times A. And here we are going to calculate the area of this triangle CDE as well. And now let's recall the area of a triangle formula. Area is always equal to a half times base times the height of the triangle. And in our case, the base of this triangle is 2 times A and the height is 7. So therefore the area of this triangle CDE is going to be a half times 2 times A times 7. And if we simplify, that is going to give us 7 times A. And now we are going to calculate the area of this other triangle FBC as well. And once again we are going to use the very same area of a triangle formula. And here our dimensions are lowercase a and 16. So therefore the triangle FBC area is going to be a half times 16 times A. And if we simplify, that is going to give us A times A. And now let's recall this equation once again. The green shaded area equals to the blue rectangle area minus the triangle CDE area and minus the triangle FBC area as well. And here we figure out all those areas, and now we are going to fill in the blanks. So therefore the green shaded area is going to be our blue rectangle area is 32 times A minus the triangle CDE area is 7 times A minus the triangle FBC area is 8 times A. And if we simplify, that is going to give us 17 times A. So thus the green shaded area turns out to be 17 times A. And now our task is to find the value of lowercase a. And now let's focus once again on this right triangle FBC. And now let's recall the trigonometric ratio. Tangent of theta is always equal to opposite side divided by the adjacent side. So therefore, for this angle x, our opposite side is lowercase a and our adjacent is 16. So therefore, tangent of x is going to be lowercase a divided by 16. And now let's focus on this other right triangle CDE. And now let's make an observation. We can see this whole angle is x plus x is going to make it 2 times x, and this whole angle is going to be congruent to this angle. They are our alternate angles, so therefore this angle has got to be 2 times x. And now let's recall this trigonometric ratio. Tangent of theta, once again, it is opposite divided by adjacent. So therefore, for this angle 2x, our opposite side is 2 times a and adjacent is 7. So therefore, we can write tangent of 2 times x is going to be equal to 2 times a divided by 7. And now let's recall this trigonometric identity. Tangent of alpha plus beta is equal to tangent of alpha plus tangent of beta divided by 1 minus tangent of alpha times tangent of beta. And here in our case, alpha equals to x and our angle beta is x as well. So therefore this angle is x, this angle is x, then all these angles are going to be x across the board. So therefore this could be written as tangent of x plus x is going to make 2 times x equals to, this is tangent of x, and tangent of x is going to give us 2 times tangent of x divided by 1 minus tangent of x times tangent of x is going to give us tangent square of x. And now we can see our tangent of 2x value is 2a divided by 7. So I'm going to substitute over here. And likewise, our tangent of x over here and tangent of x over here is a divided by 16. I'm going to substitute over there. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks. So tangent of 2x is 2 times a divided by 7 equals to 2 times tangent of x is a divided by 16 all over 1 minus tangent square is going to be a divided by 16 whole square. And now I'm going to tweak this left hand side. I can write this one as 32 divided by 7 times a divided by 16, and our right hand side I'm going to leave them as it is, 2 times a divided by 16 divided by 1 minus a divided by 16 square. And now I'm going to make a substitution. I'm going to say let y equals to a divided by 16. Then this whole thing is going to become y, this becomes y, and this whole thing is going to become y as well. So therefore we can write 32 divided by 7 times y equals to 2 times y divided by 1 minus y square. And now we can see this y and y is gone, and we can reduce this 2 and 32 as 1 and 16 over here. So therefore we ended up with 16 divided by 7 equals to 1 divided by 1 minus y square. And now we are going to flip both sides over. So therefore we can write 7 divided by 16, and the reciprocal on this side is going to be 1 minus y square. And now I'm going to move this y square on the other side, and likewise 7 divided by 16 in the opposite direction, as you can see in this next step. And now we can see this right hand side, if we simplify, that is going to give us 9 divided by 16. So therefore y square turns out to be 9 divided by 16. And now I am going to undo this square by taking the square root. So therefore our y value is going to be equal to the square root of 9 is 3 divided by square root of 16 is 4. So our y value turns out to be positive 3/4. So therefore we ended up with y equals to 3 divided by 4, and we know our y is equal to a divided by 16. So I'm going to substitute that value over here. So therefore y equals to a divided by 16 turns out to be equal to 3 divided by 4. And now I'm going to multiply both sides by 16 to isolate a. And here we can see 16 and 16 is gone. So therefore a value turns out to be 12 units. And here's our final step. We are going to calculate the area of this green shaded region, which is equal to 17 times a, and our a value we figured out as 12. So let's go ahead and fill in the blanks. So 17 times 12 is going to give us 204 square units. So thus, after all the calculations and manipulations, the area of this green shaded region turns out to be 204 square units. And that's our final answer. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.